This is answer for the assignment 4. So it is about the data visualization. So our data set is about the technique of survival data. So the first one is we need to import the CSV file from our folder. So after I reading the file, I saw it is a list including several other lists, and in the first element in the list is looks like the column name of the rest of the list. So the first step is store the data in the data structure respective to their column. So my method is import the Panda package, and then it's just very easy to use the data frame. But before that, we need to first extract the first line, which is use index 0 to extract all the column name, and then for the rest of the list is the content for the data frame. So after I use this grammar, so right now the data frame look like this. So it's recorded all the information, all the data, and included the column name here. So the second step is to extract the following fields into the respective list for the survived P class, age, and gender for all the passengers who survived. Because right now the data frame is what we created in the last step is to save all the data inside. So we just extract the column using the column name survived. So we can create a list for the survived and then it's the same for the P class, age, and sex. For the age here, I also created a filter to filter all the all the age have the value. So that means to remove all the value that is new. Then for the sex column, because we need to filter only the survived the customers, so I added the filter here to filter all the survived value equal to 1. And then the next step is to create a pie chart to all the survivors. So because we have created the survived list here to include all the passenger, which include in the value included in this list is 0 or 1. So the total number of 0 is all the passengers who survived, and the total number of value equal to 1 is that all the survivor. So the first is I create the survived number and unsurvived number equal to 0, and then write a for loop to count the number of each survived and unsurvived person, and then to create the pie chart or the pie chart. First is to create the labels, which is survived and not survived, and then the list included the correspective value for the count of survived person and not survived person, which is calculated in the before steps. Then we use the PLT, the plot function here that we learned in last class, and the pie to use the pie chart function. Then we use the X number and the labels, and then the percentage here, and then give the color light blue and pink. So right now, and we give it the title survival of the incident, then we get the chart look like this. And very similar here, we need to create the bar chart for all the survivors counted by the male and the gender. So similar like before, the first step is to count the number of person for the survivors for male and female respectively, and then create the label list which including the male and the female, and then the name list, which including the count of the male and the female for all the survivors. And then also use the plot function, the bar chart, and x-axis is the label, and the y-axis is the count of the male and the female for the first survivors. And then give it color light blue and pink. Then give it title, x label, y label, and then we get the graph showing like this.